last time we left off in Winter Garden at this farmer's market, I was being threatened with arrest.
Right now, we're gonna ask you to leave, okay?
And what if I don't?
Then you will go to jail.
So if I come back next Saturday, you guys are gonna arrest me?
Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
But little old me got that trespass rescinded, and we are back today where I'm not going to be trespassed or arrested because I can be here. It's my First Amendment right. So we're doing this, a little MAGA Market 2.0. Let's go talk to some people. We are calling on departments around Florida, police departments, to retrain their officers and all of their staff to know First Amendment regulations and permit laws. This is the third time that this has happened to me in the span of like a month and a half in Florida. How does this happen in the great free state of Florida?
It goes against the First Amendment, and it violates the U.S. Constitution, and it violates the Florida Constitution.
That's the kind of stuff you expect to see out of like different countries, say like the UK or something, where there's like tons of videos of that online. Not in Florida and not in my hometown.
I believe all free speech matters. If you keep getting trespassed and threatened with arrest, then I guess I got to keep showing up and showing my support.
Thank you, everybody. We are back in Winter Garden, Florida. Some people came out to say hi, grab some pictures, and welcome me back and not see me get arrested because I'm doing nothing wrong. So we're going to go patronize the Winter Garden Farmers Market and just engage in free speech. Maybe we'll even do some interviews in the forbidden farmers market footprint that they don't want us in. So let's see what happens. A big thank you to you guys for making such a loud response and letting the city know that you were going to put up with this. You were defending me and standing by my side. My trespass was rescinded. I think solely because of you guys standing up for me and making noise to the people who did that to me. And so it's always important to stand up for each other, and especially for people who want to engage in free speech and traditional public forums, and no one should be bullied out of that right. So thank you guys so much. I really do appreciate it. So you guys probably remember Mr. Event Staff from my last video. We're here with him today. Why would you do that to me to kick me out of the market? And did you learn your lesson? Nothing, as per usual. Hello, everybody. Thank you for coming out. Thank you. Thank you. So this is a beautiful market, isn't it? Like, it's actually very beautiful. And thank you guys so much for coming out. I think that the only reason they really rescinded my trespass because all of you stood up for me. And imagine if I didn't have such a large following. I don't think that anybody would have known if someone had been trespassed for engaging in their First Amendment rights. And that's what's really bothersome, is that this could have happened to any one of you. And if you didn't have anybody seeing that video to stand up for you, you could have been in jail. You could have been in jail for coming back here. And so we are calling on departments around Florida, police departments, to retrain their officers and all of their staff to know First Amendment regulations and permit laws. This is the third time that this has happened to me in the span of like a month and a half in Florida. How does this happen in the great free state of Florida? And so I want everybody to just be inspired to stand up for yourself. Mr. Event Staff cannot have you trespass from public property. Mr. Event Staff cannot have the police arrest you for going to his farmer's market, which is on public property. And so thank you guys from the bottom of my heart. You guys got my trespass rescinded. My lawyer didn't even have to do anything. Like, you guys did the work of my lawyer for me. And so thank you guys from the bottom of my heart. I want you to go patronize the farmer's market today and let them know that people who defend the First Amendment, people who like Kaitlin Bennett, also like farmers markets, and we're not as bad as the media try to make us out to be. So thank you guys for being here today. If you would like a picture, not that I'm like, y'all come get a picture with me, but I know some people might want one. I'll be here to talk with you guys, shake your hand, say thank you, and grab a picture with you as well. So thank you. Hello, hi.
So the city of Winter Garden has a resolution on their books that actually prohibits reporters from asking questions of elected officials before, during, and after meetings. So it's the only city in the area, we checked, that prohibits reporters, all reporters, doesn't matter what publication you're from asking officials this. And I have asked them to repeal this, and it's unconstitutional. It goes against the First Amendment, and it violates the U.S. Constitution, and it violates the Florida Constitution. And it stems from an animus that the mayor has. And I have, because of your win, I have now been able to go back to them and say, would you please reconsider this? So the city manager said that he would take a look at it.
Nice. Well, congratulations.
Well, yeah, and that is because of what you were able to accomplish. I've never seen, for the record, I've never seen the city of Winter Garden back off on anything. They have tried to ban me from covering city commission meetings.
Yeah.
That did not go well for them, but they did not respond to me nearly as well as they responded to you.
Awesome.
So from one First Amendment, fighter to another, thank you very much. I applaud you.
Well, thank you. Question was, was it the police you're asking?
Did the police and the mayor, did they apologize to you?
Yeah, so the city manager and then the police chief, they called me privately and they apologized, but publicly they did not apologize. And they kind of wrote a statement. I was disappointed with the statement considering what they had told me privately. They were profusely apologetic and they were like, it's not going to happen again. Please come back. You're welcome back, whatever. And we're going to rescind the trespass. But privately or publicly, they didn't even say the words, we're sorry, or we apologize, or we did something wrong, or they didn't even take ownership for what had happened. And I could have been a mother with a nursing child at home that was spent the weekend in jail because they didn't know what was going on. They were willing to take a mother away from her children over First Amendment activities that were completely legal. And for the record, if I did not have children at home that needed me as much as they do right now in their young age, I would have definitely let them arrest me. And so maybe when they're a little older and this happens again, they can arrest me then. But my children come first, and they're who needs me most.
I think they need to apologize to all of us too.
Yes.
They put us out greatly because of what they did to you.
Absolutely.
So we were kind of on edge there for a while.
Yeah, absolutely.
They want to make us afraid to come down here to Winter Garden. They can do it to anybody just because they feel like it.
Absolutely. And this is, like I said, this is the third time that this has happened to me on public property. And so anybody who disagrees with something that the permit holder is doing, or they're at risk of being arrested. And because the police, I don't know why in Florida, the police don't know permit laws and boundaries around permitted events and traditional public forums. But hopefully we have something in the works where this will kind of pave the way for something to happen to make sure this doesn't happen to anybody else. Imagine any one of these people that does not have nearly 1 million subscribers and 1 million followers on Facebook. Like, you could have been engaging, trying to do a startup YouTube video, and you could have been like, we're going to arrest you because the permit holder, Mr. Event Staff, where is he?
Did he apologize?
No, he didn't want to tell me his name, but we know his name. I knew we would find it anyway.
Sorry.
Yes.
Bill Barry, love your work. Born and raised here.
Thank
I
you.
got kicked off all the Winter Garden Facebook pages for supporting you.
Oh, really?
And I just wanted a chance to say this, and I hope my mom's not listening. Sean O'Neill, you're a God bless America.
All right, Sean, I don't know who you are, but apparently...
He runs the Winter Garden Facebook pages.
Okay, Sean. Okay. All right, Sean O'Neill.
Post anything about you coming.
Oh, really?
So if someone made a post that, hey, I'm going to go up to the Winter Garden Farmers Market on Saturday to see Kaitlin, you're removed. Yeah.
Well, unfortunately, Sean, you can't remove me from this property. You might be able to remove my supporters from your Facebook page. That's sad.
Facebook page.
Yeah.
For sort of support of Kaitlin to come to the Winter Gardens Farmers Market.
So I'm sorry, Sean. I hope your feelings aren't hurt too bad. That is so cute.
I love that one. I might put these on my wall.
I've watched all your videos.
Thank you.
I think you're awesome.
Thank you.
That's it. That's all I'm saying.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thanks, brother, for taking out of us.
All right, we're gonna go through. We're just walking, not getting arrested. I'm not trespassed. Neither are these people trespassed who are also recording. A lot of them have phones out and recording. There's journalists here. We're having a good time. All right, everybody get out your phones and record. Ask people questions. interview each other, ask people what you think about Donald Trump's well done job deporting people. We love that. Yeah, so yeah, who wants to? Hello, hi. I'm interviewing you at the farmer's market.
Right.
Mr. Event Staff wouldn't be very happy.
Well, where is he?
I know. Where is Mr. Event Staff?
He's hiding.
I just want to talk to him.
Yeah, me too. I'd like to talk to him.
Yeah, we just want to talk to you, Mr. Event Staff.
Where is he?
Yeah,
I had better ones, but they're all dirty. Let me get a quick.
how are?
Thank you very much.
Patreon.com/Kaitlin Bennett to support my security fund. I just have to put it out there. My right-hand man right there, Will. Okay, anyway. Did you watch the video when it came out?
Well, not when it came out. My dad actually showed it to me, like literally the day before this was bound to happen. We were in Plant Street at the time. We were eating at the Moon Cricket Grill, and when I saw it, I was just like, "What?" I was so floored. I'll admit, I'm not like the most present in the community, but when I saw that, I'm like, that's the kind of stuff you expect to see out of like different countries, say like the UK or something, where there's like tons of videos of that online. Not in Florida and not in my hometown. I was shocked. So I was like, I had to be out here today.
Yeah. Well, thank you. Thank you for coming out. It is very surprising that out of all the states, out of all the places this could happen is Florida. And I know I've said it like a million times, but this is the third time that's happened to me. And I wonder just how many people it's been happening to that don't have audiences to show it or have people stand up for them. So thank you for being out here today.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
At least with being out here, at least I know we can change it.
Absolutely. By the way, everybody, we are on TikTok now. It's at Liberty Hangout, no spaces, no extra characters, just like here on YouTube. There are a ton of accounts impersonating me and stealing my content, so report the other ones, follow me there, and we have some good little clips coming out. Okay, Adam.
What's up? Nice to see you.
Nice to see you. We
the
did
one
it
and
again.
only. Yeah, I'm excited to be here. What a beautiful market, and it's even nicer today because of all the red MAGA hats I'm seeing in the crowd. I love it.
Absolutely. Another MAGA market with Adam Francisco over here.
That's right.
Is this gonna like be our thing?
If you keep getting trespassed and threatened with arrest, then I guess I got to keep showing up and showing my support.
Absolutely.
So I'm down.
Thank you. Thank you for being here. And you drove a while to get here.
Yeah, I got stuck in a little bit of traffic from Tampa, but as I parked here, some homeowner got really triggered at my car, and we just got into an entire incident, which you could find on my channel.
Oh no.
Adam Francisco, check it out. I'm not even kidding. He looked at me up and down and said, "Nice outfit. You think you're someone that you're not." And I was like, are you saying that because of my skin color? Because I was really confused. Like, what do you mean? Because I'm a brown guy in a MAGA hat? And then he acted like I was the one out of line. Oh, you're making it something. No, that's exactly what you meant, bro. Just stand on your business.
That's very interesting.
So you'll see it on my channel, Adam Francisco, but make sure you subscribe her. Go to the merch store, lamerch.com, and get yourself a MAGA Freak shirt.
Yeah, MAGA Freak, if you know, you know. We also have shirts, a brand new shirt, Free Speech Matters. So make sure you go there and get your Free Speech Matters merch as well. It's I might need to start wearing that specifically to farmers markets. I don't know. We'll see what happens.
Some people on the left might say black speech matters, or that, on the right they might say white speech matters. I believe all free speech matters.
Absolutely. All free speech matters.
Free
That's
speech.
right. All right. I love it. Here we are doing the prohibited interviewing and filming inside the market footprint. Are you nervous you're going to be arrested or anything?
No. But I do think our police force needs to, go back to the basic academics of, policing 101, because First Amendment, I mean, that to me is fundamental. Those are the fundamentals.
Absolutely.
So.
What do you think about the fact that I was giving them the law and everything to do with how I was allowed to be here, and they wouldn't even entertain anything that was coming out of my mouth?
Yeah, it wouldn't have mattered what you said. Just watching the whole thing go down, to me, they already had their minds made up. There was no convincing them. It looked to me like they were just anxious to get an arrest. And you know how you can't talk yourself out of an arrest. It looked like they were unreasonably aggressive with you, and I'm sorry, as a citizen of Winter Garden, I apologize. I was embarrassed for that. So
Thank you. Yeah, no, they should definitely be the ones publicly apologizing, but I do appreciate the rescinded trespass, and I do appreciate that they called me privately, but I do think more needed to be said. Wow, I keep messing that up. More needed to be said publicly to make sure that people like you can come out here and interview people or start a YouTube channel if you wanted to, off the off chance you wanted to retire and do a little man on the street YouTube channel for yourself. You shouldn't be scared that you're going to be arrested for being in public spaces.
Absolutely, and I think if it was the opposite side, I don't think this would have even been an issue, and that I think is the crux of the whole problem. And I mean, just watching what's going on in Winter Garden and St. Pete, saw that one too. I mean, I'm 100% in agreement with you that, police forces need this training, because they're just going to get themselves in trouble. Ultimately, it's not going to bode well for them anyway, as in this happened in this case. But also, it doesn't bode well for the citizens, because eventually, I mean, I admire your restraint, because if I was in your position, I'd be lawyering up and suing.
All right, so you informed my husband of something crazy. Tell me what happened.
Well, I understand you were kicked out of the market last week for just being here.
Yeah.
And the same thing has happened to our pet parrot. Her name is Blue. We've been coming to the market for over 5 years. Mm-hmm. And they have informed us that the bird is no longer welcome in the market, that we can't even walk through the market with her legally, and we absolutely can't let anyone touch her. Well, she's a support animal. Mm-hmm. Well, in Illinois, she was a support animal. Here, the rules are different.
Yeah.
But they told us we have to go over to the grassy knoll and cannot bring the bird into the market at all because it upsets people. And I was told this on the day when I had the bird on my arm, and a dog jumped on me. And I'm afraid of dogs. So It was a little frustrating. The bird did not react at all. I was the one that reacted.
Yeah.
That's my story in a nutshell.
Isn't that interesting? So I'm on... Thank you for sharing. One thing I got out of that was that I'm like the same as an animal out here on the street.
I'm so sorry.
They did tell me, like, go sit on the outside of the permit, go sit there and talk to people as if I were like an animal or something.
That's exactly what they told us. That's what we do now.
Which I don't know, your parrot's not a person, but I have a feeling that you might want to challenge that a little bit. I bet you can bring your bird into a public space whether or not there's a farmer's market.
I would think so. We take her to nursing homes and do little shows for them. We also take her to daycares to teach about the parrots losing their home and in the wild, and conservation and all that stuff. But apparently she's not allowed here.
I bet she is allowed here. You might want to check into that. I have a feeling. So hashtag free Blue the parrot.
Well, we wish you the best of luck
Thank
too.
you.
And thank you for being back and fighting it just a little bit, and I support you. Thank you.
Thank you. I appreciate you. Thank you so much.
Well, I'm from Italy, moved over here to America legally, right?
Thank you.
Yes, so we support, of course, what you guys do, I don't know if you have questions, but when we decided to move over like 15 years ago, it took us a little bit, to come over here. So happy to be in the greatest country in the world, even though if Europe is great, we love Europe, but when you see the freedom that we have over here, and I can say it because, again, I'm coming out of Europe, with the mess that's going on over there and around the world, but especially there right now. So we are so happy to be here, and we are so happy also to support President Trump with everything that he's doing for the country.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for being here, and thank you for coming over here the right way. Appreciate it. And
we did.
So what was your mindset, and what helped you decide to move to America from Italy?
So I have a brother who lives here like for 45 years already, so we always wanted to come over, but we never wanted to do it, illegally, especially when you have kids. So we just waited and tried, until we got the green card. Now we are American, but the reason why we wanted to move over is, like I said, it's just the freedom that we have here. So sad that a lot of people actually, even, who live legally here, are against America and the policies that they have. They probably never been to Europe or all in different countries, but it's just a blessing to be, and especially the spiritual part of it. So we are Christians. We didn't really grow up in a church over there, but when we see the freedom of religion that you really have here, right, and freedom of speech also is something unbelievable that you really miss in Europe a lot, and especially now, with what they try to do over there. And that's the reason why we decided with my wife and the kids to come over. Now, would you ask me, would you ever go back to Europe? Yes, to visit.
Okay.
To live? Never.
No.
Even the kids, 35 and 27, they would never go back just because of the freedom that you have here again. And I really put a lot of weight on what I'm saying about the freedom of being here, you know? It's just amazing. That's why we love
thank
America.
you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for loving this country. And thank you for coming over the right way.
So in Claremont, next city over, I had the same kind of an issue with the Republican Party, and I was out talking to people at different booths, and they said, you got to get out of here, it's a private event. So I went to talk to police, and the police said, no, it's First Amendment, we're not going to kick you out. We had a good police chief,
Okay.
because I went to the city council about the Republican Party having a tent like this, and they said, no, we can't do that, it's a private event.
Okay.
So those people have been replaced. We got a new city council now.
Nice.
No problem.
Nice.
So it's really the city council that's the problem. They've got to be replaced.
Okay.
I'm in the other county, so I can't do much here, but that's really the problem. The city council controls the police. If the city council's got good members, the police will be doing the right thing. They'll hire the right police chief. He'll tell the officers what to do. So in Lake County, we're a little bit better off, but the cities are still a problem.
Absolutely.
And it really takes political activism, Republicans, conservatives, grassroots people to make the change.
Yeah.
And that's the hard thing, is getting people involved to do something.
Absolutely.
So what you're doing is great. I hope it encourages other people.
And
That's
to keep
what we
paying
really
attention,
need.
like this is just one situation that happened, but it takes staying involved and being involved and talking to other people about staying involved for when those elections come up. And I always say that local elections are way more important
They are.
than
They're very
even
important.
federal elections.
And people don't realize that. They don't pay attention. I had kind of the opposite experience in another city in Lake County. I had a private event, and I tried to have somebody ejected, but that person had political connections, and the police wouldn't take her out.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, it's the police are controlled by politics. They really are.
My lawyer didn't have to do anything for this instance for me to come back right now, because people like you did their work for them, and you made such a stink about it that they had no option but to rescind it, because they were obviously in violation of my rights. And although they rescinded the trespass, that would be like someone stealing from you, returning it, and then being like, well, then I didn't do anything wrong because I returned your stolen property. I was still trespassed for public property, whether it was rescinded or not. So that should have
100%.
consequences.
You can't reverse that. I mean, they did what they did.
Yeah.
And actions have consequences. And again, for our men and women in the blue, we support you, but they need to educate them better, because if they don't, they're going to wind themselves up in trouble. They could be thinking they're doing the right thing, and I really think it all boils down to training.
Yeah.
Get them trained. Do better. We can do better. This is Florida. We can do better.
Yes, I'm so glad you guys are out here.
Yeah,
and I'm another MAGA person that supports Trump and proud of it.
Yeah.
Daddy Trump.
Daddy Trump.
Daddy Trump.
That video was so funny that they put out. I can't believe they put that out.
And by the way, she used to wave. Well, we still do.
Yeah.
We wave flags together in Orlando. That's how we know each other.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
They have a farmer's market on Sundays.
I know. That's
We've seen it.
That's
Oh,
a good
actually,
one. There's a lot of lefties there.
Yes, there is. And actually, Red Top Productions, which is Mr. Event Staff, they manage that market as well, Lake Eola.
I'll see you there.
Market. I don't know. Maybe we gotta take a visit. We need to go to all Mr. Event Staff's markets that he manages. So maybe we should just say hi, pay him a visit. I haven't seen him today. Have you seen him today?
I haven't seen anybody. I just got here. I had my incident, and now I'm here.
All right. If you see Mr. Event Staff, I just want to say hi.
Yeah, Mr. David.
You know what's
David.
funny? I'm proud that there's a lot of MAGA around here, because I was kind of scared. At first, people were like, oh, did you see Kaitlin's videos? Because we do a lot of MAGA videos in Lake Eola. And they're like, oh, there's so many lefties in Winter Garden. And I live in this area, Winter Garden, Windermere area.
Really?
So when we approached this area and I saw you and I saw a lot of MAGA people, I'm like, oh, sweet. There's a lot of MAGA people here. So it makes me proud.
Yeah,
Because at first I was kind of scared there was a lot of lefties here.
Yeah.
So it's good to see you
I don't
here.
think Winter Garden is a left leaning
No,
place.
it's
I think
not.
the police just didn't know the laws. Thank you.
Yeah,
Appreciate
so-
you coming out. What do you think about the police response and the public statement that they put out?
I mean, you're not threatening to anybody. It was kind of silly.
Yeah.
It was very silly.
It was very
I mean, we've been following it, and anyone who's followed you for a long time knows that you're just here. You're not looking to be confrontational. People like me are looking to be confrontational. I mean, I followed you around. I was looking for the protesters, but this has just been a little bit too much fun, you know. But
it's a lot of fun.
But I'm glad that the people in Winter Garden came out to support you, So
Well, thank you for coming out. I appreciate it. Yeah, everybody who came out today, if I didn't get the chance to see you and you were looking for me and you're watching this now, still thank you guys, and I wish I could have met every single person and taken pictures with everybody, but if I missed you, maybe next time. We had a beautiful time at the Winter Garden MAGA/free speech market today. I was informed that the cops were told not to come and bother me today and just let me do whatever I came here to do and engage in free speech, so I appreciate that. No problems, and I think it's because they were put on notice. So thank you guys for putting them on notice. My lawyer didn't even have to step in. And so we had a beautiful day here today. If you were one of the people that drove a long distance or even a short distance to come and say hi, grab a photo, and shake my hand, thank you from the bottom of my heart. It was so amazing meeting all of you, and I hope that I run into all of my supporters eventually one day. And so with that being said, if you would like to continue to support my work, you can go to lhmerchant.com. We're going to have a new Free Speech Matters shirt. We also have a MAGA Freak shirt, if you know from the Lakeland Farmers Market. And I think that you'll find some more content where we go to public spaces, ensuring our rights are protected there. So hit that notification bell. You're going to want to see our future content. And I thank you guys so much for being here and standing up for me.